Boom! Welcome back to Johnny Custom Glock's Frontside Press. Where I guess we are back in black tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
I love Leonard Skinner.
The high-speed motherfucker.
All right.
Is that not right?
So
Sean says, did I win?
you were the first one to like.
Yep.
So like and share, and comment to let us know that you liked and share. How many people watching? Just Sean?
2.
Yeah, one of them's us probably.
I was gonna say we just started.
So I guess we'll you got to comment to let us know, because sometimes your security settings don't let us see that who it is that shared and stuff like that. So if you share, make sure you comment and say shared. That's it. If you haven't gone over to Musings with MGL, right, on YouTube, go over there, because he's at like, what do you need, 15 more to get you to 1,000?
18?
Oh, because I've been on it.
I think it's 18. I think I'm at 992. No, 982. So 18.
You need to check that again.
Okay. Why is that? Did it go up?
992 or 9? It should be 985.
982.
You need 14, because I actually took people there. Two of the people I took there, right, were already like, I don't know what you're talking about. When we get there, they're already subscribed to it. When I open up one of my other YouTube channels, right, so I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, one closer. Click on it.
Yeah.
No, already subscribed to it. I'm like,
Already subscribed.
That's what
So
I
that
get
means
for-
they don't watch it.
I know I
They
got
have
you
no idea what
one.
you're talking about.
No, I might have got you 2 this week. So that's how I knew.
That's up from last week.
Yeah.
Lana's on.
Hey.
I appreciate that.
So make sure you
Almost
go over
there.
there if you haven't. And if you got more than one channel, make sure all your channels are subscribed. I'm not telling you to start any fake channels.
We're not.
We only need 15. I'm saying.
YouTube will get honest about that. No.
I have to go through, see if I got any more YouTube channels, because I know I probably got more than 2. I don't think I have 14 more, but we'll see. All right, so go over there. Musings with MGL. Who is it? Oh, Rick. Well, I don't have Facebook. I'm like, you don't have YouTube? Oh, yeah, I got YouTube. So he was one of them that you got. I'm like, there, now you can watch it.
Kenny Johns is on.
Hey. Yeah, take that so I'm not playing with it the whole time. All right. So before we go any further, while you guys are sharing, and commenting, because I'll tell you, we got a mug, we got Stan, we got a block. We'll talk about it a little bit later, show you what we got going on when more people are on. Oh, we're already up to 5. All right.
Austin's on.
So Austin did a great job tonight in his lesson. All right. So first, let's thank our sponsors. Okay. Our king sponsor, Johnny Custom Glocks. Because life is too short to have a Glock trigger. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And then go check out. He's got the brand new 4311 trigger, which I'm about to start begging him to put in my 43X. And maybe my unlimited gun. All right. So, if you don't have like a Johnny Custom Glock trigger in your Glock, you're just suffering. You're suffering with a shitty ass stock trigger. Well, I got the Johnny Custom Glocks. Well, I got the Glock. What is it? Competition. Yep. And right after you got done paying that money, you should take it over to JCG and have him friggin' fix everything that's wrong with it.
Take it all out, put new stuff back in.
Don't worry. He's worked on so many of them. He knows exactly what to do.
Yeah.
For that one, for your Timony, right? Is that what it was? Timony came out with a Glock trigger. He has to fix all
I
of
need
those.
to make an appointment for next week.
Kathy Kemp is on.
Yeah, Still don't know how she does it. Putting up with Jimmy and Austin.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do it with two 14-year-old boys in the house? So you know how I told them? I said, listen, you guys should get an 18.5 inch barrel for, the Benelli, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you know what that translates to?
No.
Mike told us that we need to buy another shotgun. Like, no, Mike didn't. Okay. After 4 years, Kathy finally has gone, no, he didn't. Usually she just comes and blames me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't say that. Like, you gave birth to one of them and you married the other one and you still believe that I said that crap? Like, that's what I'm doing. Like, this is what I want. I want you to go home to your mother and your wife, and the two of you, I want you to tell her something that'll make her really mad at me. Like, sounds like a good plan in my head.
She says, it's not easy.
I don't know how she does it. She's like St. Kathy.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody get their beverage of choice before I drink all of mine. Oh, no. We forgot.
Yeah, you're missing a sponsor.
We're missing a sponsor. I got hooked up on the Johnny Custom Glock trigger things, right? So we'd also like to thank Sean Hilton for always hooking us up with the awesomeness, all right, at smokeshow3d.com, right? So if you're tired of not winning because Sean wins them all, and then what he does is we mail them to him, and then he pretends like they're brand new and he mails them back to us. No, he doesn't. He doesn't get to win. He only gets to win everything else that is not what he makes. All right. So if you got a G-Lock and you don't have one of these, just go buy one from him. All right. And don't forget to use your code FSP10 to get 10% off the awesome Armor's Block. Or if you want to stand, tell him what gun you have because he's just making them for Glocks. But he does make them for other guns and other models of Glocks because we got one for somebody, which is a 43X. I'll make sure we bring his friggin' Armor's Block so I don't have to listen to it.
Okay,
ever
Tuesday.
again. I'm just saying.
All right.
All right.
Are you talking about mine?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
All right, back to the show. Back to the show.
Wait. Hold on a second.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
So I hadn't got mine yet. Been waiting forever because allegedly I have one out that I haven't gotten. So I go to the office yesterday and there's a package in my inbox at my office.
From Sean.
And the return address is Smoke Show 3D.
Ooh.
I wonder what it could be. Maybe somebody got tired of listening to me bitch about not getting mine from you.
Well, that would be me, not Sean.
I had to get one directly from the source.
We'll open it up.
Oh,
let's see what
look
it
at
is.
that. Check this out.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, yeah. Minnesota
Look at that.
gun lawyer.
Ooh, I like that
Custom
color
shit
too.
there.
Oh, look. It's got the gold lettering and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Custom. My shit is
All
custom.
right.
So
Steve,
big shout out to Sean Hilton for providing me with my block because at least somebody
Oh,
can get it to the people.
Oh, I do say Smoke Show video.
Very nice.
Deserve to have a
Excellent.
block. Yeah, you got Smoke Show on the side, got Minnesota Gun Lawyer on the front. That is some custom
Very cool
stuff right there. Thank you, Sean. You the man. I appreciate it. Thanks for sending it out to me.
I'll just keep his other.
Somebody's gonna have to help me take my Glock down to the bare minimum though, because I know if I hit it with a hammer, it's probably gonna blow up.
What were you saying? What you got?
Steve G. Paw Forrest is watching.
Hey, what up, Steve?
Seriously though,
And
thanks, Sean. That's awesome. Top notch work. I appreciate that.
He says, always need more guns.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like he's like an old friend of mine, right? Not that he's old because we're the same age.
You've got
Which
friends
he's
from
old.
back when you were in
I know,
kindergarten.
like he's like elementary school
Very nice.
friend,
Is he down here?
No, he's up there.
Okay.
That's why he watches this show so we can have a little bit of freedom. He's like, freedom. All right. So where we at? Where we at? The toast?
Did we get everybody?
Yep.
Yes.
So we got a toast. Julie found a toast, and I just like it's about like this toast is about us, the friends that we are, the family. All right. So I want you to know this is very heartfelt. All right. So the toast goes like this. You know what rhymes with Thursday? Alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Drink up. Oh crap! I thought you were drinking out of a can, like like what is it? Like a paint thinner can. I think I want one of those. All right, so don't forget. Once again, before we get into what we're about to talk about, because I'm just going to let you know, I'm about to get angry. All right, but before we get into that, you need to come see me because I still have your Christmas present, Gary. So, all right, driving around with it in my truck. So if you ever see my truck, just break in and get it.
Because you're a high-speed
Wrapped up.
motherfucker.
So, all right. So like, share, and comment. So if you share, you got to comment because once again, your security, your settings don't always let us through to see who it was. Sometimes it blocks it out. All right. Also, Ruthless sent me a friend request.
Who's that?
Sounds good though.
Yeah.
All right. So tonight we're giving away this, a stand. We're giving away an armor's block, and we got this pistol muggy thing.
Take it out.
Yeah. So if Steve wins this, we probably can't sell it to him because this is probably banned in the communist world of Massachusetts, unless he's
Good point.
living freedom in New Hampshire now.
You really wanted me to keep that.
We'll be right with you.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
So we had this donated to us to give away on the show. Ba, ba, ba.
Look at that.
And what we need is we need the like what
The logo.
yeah, we need like a logo on there. We see how much these things
Some
cost whatever.
Stainless steel, man. You gotta hold that shit sideways when you
Yeah.
drink it.
It's chrome. When you drink with the chrome handle, you kind of
Right, you gotta turn it sideways. Then you can shoot and
Yeah.
pour one out for your homies
Yeah,
at the
that.
same time.
yeah.
I'm gonna leave that out so people can see
Yeah.
when they come on.
All right, so we've done the toast. We've done everything twice, pretty much. All right. Paid homage to Sean for being awesome. So now, let's get angry. Go ahead, give it to us. What do they got going on in that stupid ass city?
Well, first off, before we get to that, did you watch the show last week
No, I was sick.
with me and Skinny?
Oh no, where else
Right.
was that?
You know what we talked about?
You talked about them allowing illegal immigrants to buy guns, right? Because
So I really want to make you mad. You didn't get a chance to weigh in on that. So I'm going to open up the floor to you and give you a chance to weigh in on that.
let me ask you this: is this actually legal?
What? The judge dismissing a case? Or
The
dismissing
judge
a charge?
allowing illegal immigrants to buy guns or whatever. Is that legal?
But that's not what happened though.
What happened?
See, that's why I should have watched the show last week. I know you're sick, but you could log on to
No, I was at the
YouTube
opera.
and Musings with MGL and watch it afterwards. It's been a week.
I know where I can find it.
So no, the judge didn't make a positive ruling that said illegal immigrants can have firearms. What happened is the federal government charged this individual with possession of a firearm because he's an illegal immigrant. All the judge said was, under the new Bruin standard, there is not a history of laws in America that says the Second Amendment doesn't apply to illegal immigrants. The Second Amendment applies to everybody who's in the country, no matter who they are. It says the people. It doesn't say the citizen people or anything like that. It says the people. Therefore, since historically speaking, there's no precedent for a law that says he can't possess a firearm, you can't criminally prosecute him for possessing a firearm. So he dismissed the case. So it wasn't a ruling that says illegal immigrants across the country are allowed to possess firearms. It was this one judge who, using the standard that we've been begging the courts to use for years now under Bruin, said this guy can't be prosecuted for that. So he simply threw out that criminal charge against this one individual. So the judge's ruling only applies to this one individual as it relates to his criminal charges. So is it legal? Of course. Judges dismiss criminal charges all the time. I file motions to dismiss on cases all the time and say this isn't a crime, so please throw it out.
Well, like that's how basically my oldest explained it to me because I had him look it up, right? I don't understand why they just can't say our laws, like our rights are only the rights of citizens of the United States, right? Or green card.
So you think
holders
the constitutional rights should only apply to citizens?
Yeah. Is it the
So
Constitution of the world? Because maybe I'm dyslexic,
then-
so maybe I missed something.
No.
Like
So
this
then
is my
let's say
theory.
somebody. Okay.
Good. Well, this is my theory, okay, or how I see it. This is America. Period. Right? If you're not American, you shouldn't be gifted these rights. Like, I don't think you should get Social Security if you're Honduran and you're not a citizen of the United States. Like, I don't think you should be able to vote if you're not fucking American. Like, I don't, like, that's just my opinion. All right? I'm not saying.
So. Okay.
Yeah, give it to me. Play your devil's advocate. Now that I'm getting
No,
that wrong,
yeah, well,
I know how
I'm
much
just
you enjoy
asking. So I'm going to ask a couple of questions. Number one, if the Constitution only applies to citizens, then let's say somebody comes here from England on vacation, and while they're staying in a hotel room, that means the cops can just go enter their hotel room without a warrant and search the hotel room just because they feel like it, because the Fourth Amendment doesn't apply to them because they're not American citizens. Or if they get arrested for a crime, can law enforcement beat them up to get them to confess without telling them that they get a lawyer? Should they give them a lawyer? What if they go out on the street and want to pray to Jesus and they get arrested because guess what? You have no First Amendment right to religion because you're not a United States citizen, so we can haul you off to jail. So
How does it
I
work
mean,
if I go
that's
to
the
their
rule that we want to have. That's the rule we want to have. But then who's going to want to even visit here or even come here on a work visa? If you got to be a United States citizen, what if you come here on a work visa and
You
you're
come here
allowed
on
to
a
be
visa.
here because the
Here's
federal
the deal.
government
If you
says
come
you
here
can
on a
be here
visa, I'm
now?
fine with it.
Well, but that's
If you
not
come
what you
here on a
said. You
visa,
said
I'm fine with
citizens. Now are you saying invitees versus illegal invitees?
Yeah, if you're
That's a
illegal, you
different
shouldn't get
line.
shit. How's that?
Okay. Well, that's a
I
different
don't
line
understand.
because you said citizens. It should only apply to citizens, which
No, I
is
said citizens.
not how it
and
works.
people
It
with
should
green
apply
cards.
to everybody regardless.
I think
Now you're
it's like
moving
this. If
it
you
to
come,
people who are
like
here
if you come here and you're
as
illegal,
invites.
you're a criminal. Why should we give you rights? Like, why should you get benefit from us if you're already illegal?
Mafi's watching.
I'm just asking you.
Like that, it's just how it is. Like, I don't like stay in your own country and have your own rules, or sign the friggin' guest book. That's all I'm asking. That's
I don't
it.
disagree.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's that hard. I mean,
So,
the friggin' country built
So
on
if you're
friggin'
here
immigrants.
illegally, then nothing applies to you. You don't get a lawyer. You don't get Fourth Amendment rights. You can't go to church. You can't have a firearm. You're here illegally. You're going to be locked up in the gulag and beaten with a rubber hose, and there's nothing anybody can do about it because you came across the border illegally.
Oh, so what you're saying is we'd be like every other country on the planet. Is that what you're saying?
They still get rights. If you sneak into China, they'll give you some rights. You'll get a half a day
Yeah, you have the
trial.
right to get beaten
and
with a
then sent
hose.
off to the
You have right
gulag.
to
You'll
be
get your
shipped to the
trial.
gulag in Siberia and Russia.
You'll get your
you have all kinds of
trial in
rights.
China. Yeah, you get your trial in China.
Just like they have fair elections in Russia. You get to vote for
Right?
somebody.
You'll get
They'll
your
just
trial
let
in
you know who
Russia
it
too.
is.
Of course. You'll get your trial in Russia too.
Like, let me ask you this. I didn't get to see it, but did you get to see them bringing the terrorist into court in Russia?
Oh no, did they? No, I didn't.
It must have been a rough. They must have fell down a lot when they were running away. From what I hear,
I'm sure they did. I'm sure
they
they
have a
did.
right.
Tripped a couple
They have a
times
right
to
to get
jail.
their ass whooped, and that's the way it should be.
No, they actually had like they didn't deny that. They admitted that they cut one guy's ear off, and like they
That
didn't
makes me
even
feel
deny that.
warm
They just came out and
inside.
said, "Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah, that's what they did." Well, terrorists are a different
You
issue. I mean, I don't have a
terrorism.
problem doing whatever you want to do to terrorists. I'm not necessarily sure you cut the ear off of somebody crossing the Rio Grande. I wouldn't give them a card or shelter or Social Security. I'd put them on a bus and send them back, but I wouldn't cut their ear off.
Listen, Nancy Pelosi. All right, it is what it is.
You want to cut the ears off of people who swim across the Rio Grande?
No, I don't. Like, I don't want to do anything to them. I just want to send them
Well, that's
back.
what I said.
So they come
Right, I
back
want to
in
send them back. So
the
do
way
I.
they're
They
supposed
shouldn't
to.
be here.
Terrorists,
Build a
on the
wall
other
so they
hand,
can't swim across the Rio Grande, and if you catch them, send them back. I don't agree with that. Or
I think
disagree
if
with
you
that.
have, you should have like like rapists, murderers, child molesters. I think they should have a YouTube channel, and every time we get one, we dismantle them piece by piece. Like, this is what it looks like when you take a child molester's ear
Live
off.
stream it.
There you go. Well, it looks like everybody else
Tell
is
people
here.
to like and subscribe.
They scream a lot. Then we can do it like that. We can have videos on who screams more, rapists or child molesters, when you cut pieces of their bodies off.
On another note, on Gutfeld last night, who's that? Tyson is now selling gummies with THC in them.
He owns up.
Ears that are bitten off. Yes,
That is great marketing.
it is.
I hope what's his name?
Holyfield should get a piece of that.
Right, it'll be a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you would think so.
I'm just saying, hey. Once again, I'm sorry for that. I got a little excited, but hey, it's $2.3 million a year to make you a little happier. How's that? That's it. That's all I'm saying. It's like this. I know what the law is. I got to listen to you friggin' yell at me all the time. Like, oh, don't you think that? Yeah, whatever. Like, I know how it works. All right?
Oh, Sean said they stopped selling the ear gummies.
Well,
Why?
probably sold out. But
They probably got sued by Vander Holyfield or somebody.
But it's like this, I have the right to have my opinion on what should happen. That's it. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying that the law this, the law that, whatever. I'm just saying that my opinion is this. Like, if you break into my house and try to kill my family and you get hurt somehow, I don't know how that would be, but whatever, right? When they get done pulling the axe out of your head, I don't think my tax dollars should go to pay for your attorney. You broke into my house. I think I should get my chunk back out of that or something. You know what I mean? Like, I think I should be able to sue that person or their family for the amount it costs to clean my axe and get it sharpened. Like, I don't think I'm wrong about that. I don't see why I should, like this. My back is screwed. My neck is screwed. Why? Because we were sitting at a red light like you're supposed to, and some drunk fuck hit us doing 60 miles an hour. Why should I go through life suffering? Why can't I cause the pain that he has caused me and my family to him? I don't see why I can't break his back with a bat. Like, I honestly don't understand why that is. I should be able to beat him to death. Honestly, oh, look what you did. You were really stupid and you're an asshole. So you don't have any money, you don't have any insurance. Okay, then you should be able to get hit. He should be able to break your back with a rod or a bat or whatever. Right? Just sit there doing nothing like he was when you crashed into him and his family and almost killed them all. That's it.
Ah, okay.
The gummies can only be sold in Colorado. They can't be sold in Colorado.
Why, is that where Vander's from?
Colorado has legal marijuana. Why can't they sell the gummies there? That would have been the one state I thought you could sell the gummies in. Geez, oh, that makes sense. So you can't hear what our producer's saying, but she says that the reason they're illegal in Colorado is because they have a specific law that says marijuana gummies can't be shaped like people, animals, or toys or whatever, because they don't want to appeal to children because they might think that they look cool, so they'll eat the gummies. I can see that to some extent, I guess. But they'll eat Tide Pods, and they don't look like freaking candy, I guess. Children are stupid.
But I gotta tell you, not that I know for a fact, but I've heard that he has very good gummies.
I would imagine he does. Tyson's not gonna sell or Tyrese, what's his name? He's not gonna sell the cheap shit.
It's Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yep.
That's Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
So let's go to the next topic then. That's gonna make you mad.
No, let's talk about pie.
What kind of pie? Cherry pie? Apple pie?
Easter pie. Something
American
besides
apple pie?
what you're about to talk about, because I'm going to lose my shit again, and I always look bad. Everybody thinks I'm a bad person.
Oh, Sean says the dispensaries here sell Tyson gummies.
There you go. Go get some ears.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but if you get that, then you can't have a concealed carry permit or carry concealed because you are an illegal user of marijuana. So,
no, that's only if they find out.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't say that. Just kidding.
You're
That's a
not a
joke. That's a joke. I'm not a lawyer.
Hmm.
I'm not a lawyer. I just get, chastised by one. All right. So let's bring it. This is the Let's Aggravate Mike show. Don't stop now. You're on the roll.
You take a week off. You got to make up for it.
Had to go to the opera.
All right.
I was
3 weeks
sick.
off. That's right, because you're off for a couple weeks and then didn't come.
I was dying.
You pull that article up.
You guys really give me a hard time when I was dying. I was freaking dying. All right, give it to me. Let's go.
We have 10 people on.
Can you pull up that article? There it is.
Oh, there it is.
I know. You're going to have to scroll, though, because I don't see nothing but.
Do we really need to see any more than just the?
All right. Right.
Because this is all bullshit.
All right, so, 13 attorney generals joined in a lawsuit by the city of Chicago. So, a little bit of background. The city of Chicago is suing Glock.
Sorry.
They're actually suing Glock. And the reason they're suing Glock is because they're claiming that Glocks are easily convertible to fully automatic firearms because you can buy the little magic Glock switch that they call it. And you can put them in there and turn Glocks into fully automatic firearms. And so this will sum it up right here. This is the mayor of Chicago. The city of Chicago is encountering a deadly new frontier in the gun violence plaguing our communities because of the increase of fully automatic Glocks on our streets. Selling firearms that can so easily be converted into automatic weapons makes heinous acts even more deadly. So we are doing everything we can in collaboration with others committed to ending gun violence to hold Glock accountable for putting profits over public safety. The suit points to China as one of the sources for auto sears, term that most people in the gun community should be familiar with, the central component of a, quote, Glock switch, but they do not explain the degree to which China is allegedly committed to saturating the United States with such switches. So in a nutshell, there's currently a lawsuit by the city of Chicago against Glock, claiming that their guns are so easily convertible through these sears and the Glock switches to fully automatic that they're more deadly than any other firearm out there. And 13 Democratic attorney generals across the state have joined in and shown their support for their lawsuit against Glock. Now, as somebody who knows all about Glock perfection and the triggers you can put inside Glocks, because you talk about them all the time,
Because you're a high-speed
I'll just ask you from a logistics standpoint, is it really easy to convert a Glock to a fully automatic with some Glock switch or an auto sear?
Yeah, as long as you're a criminal.
Just,
as long as you're a fucking criminal and you got these illegal fucking switches coming in for China, because I don't see them saying anything about that, about trying to stop that. They're just going to bitch about Glock. It's like, you know what? Fuck you.
Well,
you know
the suit throws China in there too, but they're not suing China.
that's a piece of shit city. They don't do anything to fight crime. They put the law-abiding citizens of their city, you know, at the mercy of the scumbag fucking criminals they got, you know, in that town, right? And then they want to come out and once again say it's the gun's fault. Well, how about with this? How about you lock up a fucking criminal for once, you pieces of shit?
That's what Kathy Varela says. For crying out loud, just arrest the bad guys.
Stop letting them go.
Yep.
Right? It's just bullshit. Like New York, bullshit. Boston, fucking bullshit. All right? Stop letting criminals out so they can prey on us. Right? Just stop. All right? Why don't you put somebody in fucking jail for once? Why don't you make them pay for their crimes instead of fucking, you know, oh, you know, they just had a bad upbringing. Yeah, you know why? Because they probably had piece of shit parents. All right? You know why? Because you probably let them out of fucking jail too. I'm just sick of it. You know, as good as it is for business, it's bullshit.
Well, and it's one of those things where, like, for example, today was the funeral for the NYPD officer who was shot during a traffic stop the other day. Trump went to the funeral while Biden was doing a fundraiser with Bill Clinton, Obama, and a bunch of movie stars at Radio City Music Hall instead of going to the funeral. But Trump went to the funeral, and that was a case where the cop did a traffic stop, and the guy who shot him had like 13 prior arrests. He had been to prison for attempted murder. He was out currently on bond, which is weird since it's New York and they don't usually do bond. But he's out on bond on a gun charge because he was possessing a gun when he wasn't supposed to as a convicted felon. And then the guy in the car next to him had like 20-something previous arrests. Something like between the two of them, they had a combined 34 prior arrests. And the shooter had been to prison for attempted murder and was currently on bond for a gun charge. And the world's worst press secretary, as Ben Shapiro always calls her, Marie Jean-Pierre, or whatever the hell her name is, they came out today and blamed it on guns. They said, well, this is just another evidence of the gun violence epidemic we have in the United States. And it's like, well, right. Nobody talks about how they've been out over and over and over again, that they're not enforcing the gun laws that they have. He was already out on a freaking gun law. If they enforced the gun law that they already had, he would have been in jail and wouldn't have been out to kill this guy. So even when they say the gun is the problem, and if you want to admit, okay, lock up the people with gun crimes, they don't fucking do it anyway. They revolving door them, they let him out, and the guy's wandering around with 13 prior arrests, including attempted murder, and he's out on bond on a gun charge, and then he uses a gun to kill a cop, and then who do they blame? Glock.
Well, it's just like this. It's
Glock.
With the laws that they have in New York against crime, it would be more profitable for me if I flew up there like every weekend and like robbed a bunch of people, got like $4,000 a weekend or whatever, and then just flew home. And if I get arrested, they're just gonna let me go anyways.
Not
So
here.
you know, it's not gonna go on my record. So I don't understand how they think they're fighting crime. Like, how is that a gun problem? What it is an idiot fucking politician problem, right? These people should be tried. They should be fucking tried for what they've done to that state, that city, right? And they should be hung in public. I mean, it's as simple as that. It's fucking treason. Like, here's the deal. Being a Red Sox fan, right? A Bruins fan, a Patriots fan, you know, a Celtics fan, like being from fucking Boston, okay? And having this much love for the city of New York to be like, you're not being fair. Like, I don't really give a shit what they do to the Yankees, but you know what? They shouldn't do this shit to them. You know what I mean? It's just fucking, it's horrible what they've done to that city, right? They have ruined a fucking city, like one of the major cities in the fucking world. A bunch of dickhead fucking politicians have ruined it just for votes. And what's funny now is the election's come, and now they're all fucking whining. Yeah. They're all trying to jump ship.
Yeah, but they're whining. They're still whining about the same old shit. Here's my only rebuttal to that. And it's not really a rebuttal or a devil's advocate. The people who live there keep voting for these politicians.
Yes.
Okay, you can blame the politicians all you want, but the only reason a politician is a politician is because they got more votes than the other politicians. So the people who live in the city of New York had the opportunity in the last election to vote for a Republican anti-crime mayor. The entire state of New York had the ability in the last election cycle to vote for an anti-crime Republican governor. In both cases, they voted for the liberal Democrat who is not anti-crime. And so I don't have any sympathy for the people of New York. You could say it's a crime for what's happened to that fucking state, but they apparently are okay with what has happened to that state because every 2 years and every 4 years, they're given an opportunity to change it. They did it, if you recall, in the 90s when they decided to go with Giuliani, a conservative pro
And look what he did to
law
crime.
enforcement, whatever guy. And they said, he ran on that platform, and they said, yeah, we're tired of this city looking like shit to where they're making movies in Hollywood where Kurt Russell has to come in and rescue everybody because the city's such a piece of shit city. And so they switched, voted for a guy who was anti-crime, came up with the broken windows policy, and completely turned that freaking city around. And as much as I hate Bloomberg because of his gun stance, when it came to being a mayor, he was also a pro anti-crime mayor. He was for stop and frisk, and he followed up on Giuliani's policies. And even though he sucks on the gun stuff, the city was safe during all those years.
Yep.
I visited New York City probably 6 times during the time Mayor Bloomberg was the governor or the mayor. And again, other than his anti-Second Amendment stuff, he was a good mayor for the city. I felt perfectly safe walking around in that city. I wasn't worried about some psycho pushing me in front of a freaking subway train just because they were bored one day. But they then went away from that and went back to de Blasio. And then de Blasio ran that place back into the fucking toilet. And instead of saying, okay, well, we tried that and we're back to the way it was in the 70s. So let's go back to fixing it with Giuliani. No, they just doubled down. They got rid of Cuomo and all that bullshit Me Too stuff, which fine. I don't care about Governor Cuomo. And then they elected this freaking idiot Hochul, who's more liberal than he is. And it supports the bail laws. And then she ends up putting freaking armed guards or the National Guard in the subways, tells them they can't have their rifles because rifles are too scary, and tells them to check bags of old white ladies walking through the turnstile. Meanwhile, people are pushing people in front of subways because they're not carrying bags, so nobody gives a shit. So it is a crime what they did to those cities, but as I've said before, people deserve the government that they deserve, and they deserve to get it fucking hard. And they like the big D in New York. And so as long as they like the big D in New York, they're going to keep getting the big D in New York. And whatever happens to New York, happens to New York. I have sympathy for the 10% of the Republicans that live there, but you know what? They have an option. I mean, Florida's full, but if they want to fucking come down here, they can come down here. They can go to Texas. Like, they have an option. If they're going to stay in the city, they're fucked because they're never going to get enough of a majority to switch it back to somebody like Giuliani or anybody like that. And the Democrats, that they just run that city. You got the AOCs of the world. They live in their gated communities. They don't give a shit, and they're just going to keep putting these lefties in there. And Boston and Baltimore and San Francisco, they're all just going to keep going down the hole. And I, quite frankly, I'm going to sit back and laugh. I mean, I'm not laughing because a police officer got shot. That's obviously horrible. But, I mean, that's an obvious conclusion to what's happening in those cities. And nobody has the balls to do anything about it because the majority of people that live in those cities, I'm going to assume, are okay with the way the city is going. Because every time they get to do something about it, they don't.
Yep.
So that's my rant for the day.
And then when they come down here, that's why we got to have shirts that say, don't be hung.
Yeah, I mean, the people who should be hung in the street are the people who keep electing these politicians into office. And if they're dumb enough to fall for what they say, or if they're okay with what they say, then they get what they get, quite frankly. Again, I'm not trying to sound callous because it was a police officer who got shot for no good reason. It shouldn't have happened, but I don't know how else to fix it because you can't go in there and throw these people out. You can't hang them. And even if you hung them, what are you going to do? They're just going to turn around and vote for the same fuck next time.
Like my question is,
politicians, and then in November, what do you think you're going to get? Same kind of freaking politicians again. Nothing's going to change.
How do you get arrested 34 times? Jeez. I mean,
you commit 34 crimes.
Yeah, but there's like some sort of
no, hold on. Let me take that back. You get caught 34 times.
Yeah, but like, there's got to be something in there where you're off the street for a little bit. I mean,
Well, he
34
did
is
go
a
to
large
prison for attempted
number.
murder.
How
I don't know how
old
long
is
he
this guy?
went.
This guy like 72?
Who did the 3 strikes and you're out? Who was that? Was that New York?
California used to have 3 strikes and you're out, and then they got rid of it.
Yeah, but they were losing too many voters, so they stopped.
Well, California is another prime example for fucking Ronald Reagan used to be the governor of California. I mean, talk about how far that place has just gone off the deep end. And they seem to keep doing okay with it, because every time they try and recall the governor, he just stays in power. Every time they try and throw out a prosecutor, George Soros DA, they just end up voting for him again. So these people get what they get. Unfortunately, there's going to be some people who become casualties of war, for lack of a better term, because they, through no fault of their own, they end up getting sucked up into this. But I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, you don't like it, move. I mean, you're just going to have to deal with it. That's just the way that it is.
They're building enough houses down here. You'll have someplace to live. You just won't be able to drive.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like I said, we're pretty full, but I mean, I wouldn't blame somebody for coming down here.
We have alligators and big old snakes, and we have big mosquitoes that'll give you malaria. This is a bad place to live.
Well, they should go to Texas.
Georgia.
Texas is getting too close to being purple. They need more red people in Texas, so they should go to Texas. They should go to Georgia is where they should go, because the last 2 freaking cycles, Georgia voted for fucking Democrat senators and voted for Biden. So apparently Georgia's getting a little too purplish. So they need to move to Georgia.
Yep.
That's my vote.
There you go.
Offset some of that Atlanta nonsense. It's another city that's gone to shit. I was just talking with my in-laws the other day, because they used to go to Atlanta, back in the 70s or whatever, when they were in college and stuff, and they loved it. And then they were talking the other day about, oh, we should go back and check out Atlanta and tour around Atlanta. We haven't done it anymore. And I just laughed at them. And even they were like, yeah, probably a good point. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
why
got
we
to
live
fly a
here.
plane. We had to fly a plane the other day.
And
Didn't crash.
I didn't
Was it
crash.
fun?
We were at
you're still here.
7,000 feet.
flying is easy. Landing is the hard part. That's the important part.
That's the only thing I haven't done on the plane is land. Like I used to
That's the most important thing.
give lessons to a flight instructor.
Yeah, that's a good point. If the only thing you haven't done in a plane is land, how did you get down?
Well, 5 times I just jumped.
Smart.
Yeah, times I let everybody
Not
else
smart.
land. But I used to
Never
give
jump out
him
of a
lessons, and he used
perfectly
to
good
take me
airplane.
out flying, teach me how to fly. What's that? Right. No,
You
I
had the
was,
controls.
I was flying the plane for a little bit at 7,000 feet. No. No, yeah. I've done a lot of stuff. I haven't done things drive me crazy. We're frozen. There it is. I've taken off. Like, all right, you're gonna take off, and I'm like, no. Yeah, it's not that hard. Don't worry, you'll be all right. Like I'll handle. He's like, all right, just give a little bit more, and then the plane just lifts up. It's not like like driving a stick shift on a racetrack or something. You just get going fast enough, and the plane just goes up in the air. He's like, all right, I got it. that was before. This time I just like try to keep it on the line. It's like a video game, except it's very high. So it was pretty cool, though. We got to make more money on the show so I can take, lessons and get my own plane.
Oh, yeah.
The comedy
The cartoon or the comedy from the 80s?
from the 80s.
Yeah. It's Airplane, yeah.
Does anybody speak jive?
Oh.
I do.
That was Leave It to Beaver's mom.
Yes.
That I do. Yeah.
Don't call me Shirley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surely you just.
Don't call me Shirley.
I don't.
Have you ever
Don't.
been in a locker room
Listen.
and seen a man taking a shower?
was a bad week to stop sniffing glue.
Yeah. It's a bad week to quit smoking. Striker. Okay. Yep. Great stuff.
Talking about airplane lessons. Sean's group on flying lessons.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Go up with you bunch of drunks. That wasn't water. So where we at? 10 up.
Getting close.
So we've established that we don't like people getting out of jail and committing crimes. I think we could all get on board on that.
Yep.
Well, not all.
Let's make that a law. You go to
Some
jail.
people out there. Now, some people might call you racist for having that opinion.
I don't care what color you are. You break the law, you should go to jail.
It's true.
I'm married to a woman who came here legally. I'm a big racist.
My grandparents and my dad came here legally.
It's racist is just something they say when they don't agree with you now.
Yeah.
Well, of course. That's what we all are. Istophobes across the board.
Fired.
Sure it is.
Oops.
Where'd we go?
Istophobes. So let's turn to something more exciting. Did you guys have a shotgun shoot this past weekend?
Yeah.
Shotgun class.
Or training, that's what I meant. Not a shotgun shoot, but a shotgun training class. How'd that go?
It was amazing.
It went pretty good. Like the class went well. It was a good class, great bunch of students, all Veritas people anyways, people that some of them even took the last time we ran this class, So it's just, I like shotgun class. Like shotgun's a violent class, when you're shooting them, it's violent, it's just, I like shotguns. I like shotguns as self-defense weapons, and you get to see all kinds of stuff from like pumps, pump shotguns to like Austin's running a, high-end Benelli 20 gauge, with like a 26-inch barrel on it or something like that.
Goose gun.
Julie's running an AK shotgun. Leonard has this big long thing, too long for her.
I thought you said you couldn't have semi-autos. You were only running pumps.
Who said that?
I thought you said that at one of the shows, like when you first announced the thing, you said you could only do pumps. So I said I have semi-auto.
Oh, that's why you didn't come? Okay.
No, I didn't come because it was Betsy's 50th birthday, so I was doing other stuff on that day. If it had been any other day, I would have come. But yeah, I had other things with the kids to do that day. So setting that aside, no, I would like to come to one of those classes for sure because I'd like to use.
We're going to run another one probably real soon because we want to run 2 of them before we run the next level.
Sean said, he told me I was only allowed to use a single shot.
Oh, shut up. You were at work.
Joe Biden special is all you need.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Double barrel.
You're in a shotgun class. Is this how your class was?
Shotgun.
Go outside with your double barrel, point it in the air.
Yep.
Fire off 2 shotgun blasts, and then go home for the day. Is that how your class went?
Yeah, pretty much. We were done by 9:30, so it was good.
Right, because I hear that's all you need. So that's like a 3-minute class. You don't even have to reload because once you fire those 2 blasts, they're gone. Go back to sleep. You should.
Well, most of the class is getting everybody to look the right way and go
right.
Shotgun.
You tell everybody to show up
like that.
Bring their pajamas. Lay down on the ground as if they're sleeping. Tell them to get up, put their slippers on, grab their double barrel, come outside the door as if it was like a balcony window because you got to have a balcony.
Everybody has a balcony.
A lot of balconies
window.
in Florida.
Yeah.
In Florida, there's a lot of balconies. So then you got to go out on your balcony. Mm-hmm. You got to teach them to aim it directly in the air.
Directly.
Fire it twice now. Just one time probably ain't going to.
They ain't going to do it.
May not scare off the bird.
They're not criminals. They're 2-shot criminals.
Right. If you shoot the criminal one time in the air, he's just going to be like, well, are they really serious or not? So you got to have that second blast.
Yeah, let's see if you actually have 2 shots. Here I come. And then when you shoot the second one off, then they're done.
Go back in.
Unless you live in Florida.
Lay back down.
And a week later after he said that you did it, then you go to
Class
jail,
dismissed.
go to prison for 20 years. But, besides that, get a shot.
Class dismissed. Thanks for
Get
coming.
a shot.
I have several actually.
You just get a shotgun, see, and you go outside and you just let it blast and then Jill and that's ice cream. Oh, that's some ice
Then
cream.
you fall off your bike.
And where am I? How do I get off this?
The shotgun thing.
It's 5-0.
We shouldn't do it.
All right.
Yeah, you want to spin the wheel? Bust the deal? We got 3 things to give away, right?
Like and share, like and share, like and share. Last chance. Don't forget to comment to say that you shared. All right, so you get on the wheel of happiness and joy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You may not win, but you definitely probably going to be next to Sean Hilton because he got so
He's
many
everywhere.
friggin' entries.
Yeah.
He might win the mug tonight though. He's got something he can.
He's got a chance to win the mug. We're going to do that third because I want to build up.
Okay. It's very cool.
Well, look, I can go like this into your screen.
I see that.
Ooh. Let's see if Jeff wants some. Oh,
One for me.
Hey, Jeff.
One for my homies.
I mean, if I go this way, I can make it look like I'm holding, Mike's drinking and he's got a gun. Oh,
Yep.
no.
No.
Oh, no.
YouTube's
Oh,
the algorithm got you. There you go. That's it.
That's it.
The stream's gonna
Yeah,
be
we're
cut
done.
off. Algorithm got you.
So Sean said he's speaking of 2 shots. I'm supposed to be picking up a couple of over-unders from Fusion Firearms to let everyone at the club.
Nice. When they get into over and unders?
Yeah, I was gonna say when did Fusion start making shotguns?
I mean, they make awesome 1911s.
Yeah, their handguns are great.
Ugh. Time to shave, I guess. Not this, because then I wouldn't have anything to drive people crazy. Yeah, you gotta cut me, you gotta shave me.
Gotta let it grow and braid it.
Like a Viking, I get a mohawk. Well, I don't have anything here, so I'll get like a Wolverine. And then braid it back there, and I look badass. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go. Crank it up. We're going to do the stand first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll put my glasses on. Spin that bitch. Here we go. Well, that was a little spin. Oh, okay. Corey!
All right.
It was spinning. It was just frozen. It was spinning in real life. All right, now we're spinning again. Hopefully it doesn't freeze up, and this is for the armor's block. I mean, Sean's name's on that so much, it just looks like Sean Hilton all the way around the wheel when it's spinning.
Yeah, he's almost like
Ooh, Austin. Well, I don't know.
He doesn't have one of those yet?
Win.
Oh yeah.
All right. Now for the mug. Man, I should have liked and shared. The mug's from Stephen Amanda Gaucher, right?
Yes.
Oh, cat!
Oh, nice.
You could sell it and buy me more
Sean got
shirts.
skunked.
You see that? It's like it's going right there, and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh, Maria's gonna the cat. Man, I love that movie.
Very cool.
Nice.
Next time I go to the opera, I'm gonna have to like and share to see if I win something. So, all right. So we will, I'll see Austin.
Mm-hmm. So is Corey local? Corey Orange? I'll text him.
Yeah,
I'll find
just
out.
give his
Yeah,
address.
Yeah. All righty. Ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, we're ready. We gotta get her out of here. So
Cool.
trying to get out. All right. So, next week is what? Oh, next week's the
It's
first
the
Tuesday.
first Tuesday of the month. But our other lawyer keeps having things to do on the first Tuesday of the month, so I'll reach out to her again and see if she's available. So hopefully she'll be available.
All right.
We'll do first Tuesday of the month.
Awesome.
If not, I'll just pretend I work for her, and I'll give advice on her behalf.
Yep.
Oh,
You
she
can come
better
on and you can research all the updated case law and Supreme Court rulings that come out, and you can come on and tell us all about it. It'd be great.
Right. It's like Do you really need to go?
And
to
I'll tell you
all
how
that
you're
type of
wrong.
school to be a lawyer? No. Like you don't have to pass the bar in was it Kentucky to be a lawyer? You can just represent people. I'm thinking about moving there. I've been watching Jeff.
Blue
I
state.
think I can.
Red state. No, it's Kentucky's red, right? Yeah. Even though it's bluegrass, it's weird.
Jimmy Kim says good night.
Night.
You can't be a lawyer. It's very complicated. All right. Yeah. So
All
next
right, hang on for a
Tuesday,
second.
first Tuesday of the month, aka Thursday. What?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
There it is.
good reminder. Thursdays.
Yep. Thursday, gun lawyers talking gun law. Maybe there'll be some new lawsuit that will get you all excited to talk about.
There you go. All right, everybody. I'd like to thank our sponsors once again. Our King sponsor, Johnny Custom Glocks. All right. And the amazing Sean Hilton for always hooking us up with the cool stuff. All right. So we will see you guys next week. But don't forget, you can keep liking and sharing all week long. All right. So thank you guys so much for supporting us. See you next week.
Happy Easter.
Peace. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Good Friday.